Imagine an airline born not in luxury boardrooms or legacy aviation giants, but from a simple promise whispered to travelers across Australia: flying should be affordable, human, and made for the people who were forgotten by traditional airlines. And that promise is Bonza Australia, a bold, low-cost airline that dared to challenge a market dominated by giants and rewrite how Australians connect with their own country. Because Bonza is not just an airline, it is a movement built on the idea that regional Australia deserves direct, low-fare air travel without unnecessary complexity. And to understand Bonza, we must first understand the problem it set out to solve. As for decades, Australia's aviation market was heavily concentrated around major cities like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, leaving regional communities dependent on long drives or expensive connecting flights. And this created a gap that Bonza saw clearly. A gap where families, workers, students, and tourists wanted simple point-to-point travel at prices that made sense. And Bonza entered the scene in 2021 with a clear mission: to connect underserved destinations using a true ultra-low-cost model inspired by successful budget airlines around the world, while still adapting to Australia's unique geography and travel culture. And unlike legacy airlines that rely on hub-and-spoke systems, Bonza chose a direct route strategy, meaning passengers could fly from one regional city to another without passing through major congested hubs, saving both time and money. And this approach immediately set Bonza apart, because instead of competing head-to-head with Qantas or Virgin Australia on premium business routes, Bonza focused on routes that had little or no competition, such as Sunshine Coast to Mildura or Albury to the Gold Coast, routes that people needed but airlines had ignored for years. And at the heart of Bonza's operation is simplicity, from its aircraft choice to its onboard service philosophy. As Bonza operates a fleet of modern Boeing 737-8 aircraft, chosen specifically for their fuel efficiency, lower maintenance costs, and suitability for medium-range domestic routes, allowing the airline to keep operating costs low while still offering a reliable and safe flying experience. And safety is a core pillar for Bonza, as the airline operates under strict Australian Civil Aviation Safety Authority regulations, employs experienced pilots and engineers, and follows international safety standards, ensuring that low cost never means low safety. And when passengers step on board a Bonza aircraft, they immediately notice the airline's casual and friendly branding, which reflects its Australian identity, as Bonza positions itself as relaxed, approachable, and fun, using simple language, playful messaging, and a customer-first tone that breaks away from the formal corporate style of traditional airlines. And this branding is not accidental, because Bonza wants passengers to feel comfortable, welcomed, and understood, especially first-time flyers or travelers from smaller communities. And in terms of pricing, Bonza follows a true ultra-low-cost carrier model, meaning the base fare includes only the seat and basic transport, while optional extras such as checked baggage, seat selection, food, and drinks are offered at additional cost, allowing passengers to customize their journey based on their budget and needs. And this pricing strategy is crucial because it gives travelers control, and for many passengers, especially families and students, the ability to fly cheaply without paying for unnecessary extras makes air travel accessible again. And Bonza also introduced digital-first operations, relying heavily on mobile booking and online customer service, which reduces overhead costs and allows the airline to focus resources on operations rather than expensive physical infrastructure. And this digital approach aligns with modern travel behavior, where passengers expect quick booking, transparent pricing, and real-time updates. And while Bonza's journey has not been without challenges, including intense competition, rising fuel prices, and the complexities of launching a new airline in a highly regulated industry, the airline's resilience reflects its commitment to long-term growth, as Bonza understands that building trust takes time, especially in a market where travelers have seen airlines fail before. And therefore, Bonza emphasizes transparency, realistic route planning, and gradual expansion rather than rapid overreach. And another key aspect of Bonza's strategy is its partnership-driven approach, as the airline collaborates with airports, tourism boards, and regional governments to stimulate travel demand, boost local economies, and create sustainable routes that benefit both passengers and communities. Because when Bonza launches a new route, it is not just opening a flight, it is opening opportunities for tourism, business growth, and regional development. And this community-focused mindset strengthens Bonza's identity as an airline that belongs to Australia, not just serves it. An onboard service at Bonza reflects the airline's cost-efficient philosophy, offering simple but quality products, friendly cabin crew, and a relaxed atmosphere, where passengers can enjoy a no-frills experience without feeling neglected. And the airline's crew culture emphasizes approachability and professionalism, ensuring that passengers feel supported throughout their journey. And operational efficiency is another pillar of Bonza's success, as the airline optimizes aircraft utilization, minimizes turnaround times, and carefully schedules flights to maximize revenue while maintaining reliability. And this disciplined approach is essential in the ultra-low-cost sector, where small inefficiencies can quickly turn into financial losses. And as Bonza continues to grow, it faces a future filled with both opportunity and responsibility, as the demand for affordable domestic travel remains strong, especially as travelers prioritize value, flexibility, and direct routes. And Bonza's ability to adapt to changing market conditions, invest in technology, and maintain customer trust will determine its long-term success. And beyond numbers and routes, Bonza represents a shift in how Australians think about flying, reminding people that air travel does not have to be expensive, complicated, or intimidating. And by focusing on real needs rather than luxury illusions, Bonza has carved a unique place in Australia's aviation story. And as the airline looks ahead, expanding routes, strengthening operations, and refining its model, one thing remains clear. Bonza is proof that even in a challenging industry, bold ideas, clear vision, and a genuine connection with passengers can take flight. Because Bonza is not trying to be the biggest airline in Australia, it is trying to be the most relevant, the most accessible, and the most human. And in a sky once dominated by giants, Bonza has shown that there is still room for a challenger with a purpose, a promise, and the courage to fly differently. And as travelers continue to search for value, connection, and simplicity, Bonza stands as a symbol of modern aviation lean, focused, and built for the people, proving that sometimes the most powerful journeys begin not with luxury, but with a simple idea and the determination to make flying truly Bonza for everyone.